Guys, in this video, I'm going to be reading the article from the Write Out Loud. Remember, we're covering two different current events in this 1 week. So we have those two links under each perspective. The first link under the article from the right, we'll talk about the Brandy Levy case or the cheerleader case in the Supreme Court. So go ahead and click on that first link. Remember, as we read, we're going to be looking for 3 or more bullet points worth of notes that focus on supporting reasons for Brandy Levy or supporting reasons for the Mahoney Area School District. So here we go. Supreme Court to review cheerleaders' free speech lawsuit against Mahoney Area School District. Give us an F, give us a U. The Supreme Court is wading into a cheerleader's free speech lawsuit against her high school over booting her off the squad because she posted F cheer on social media. The raunchy message was written in a Snapchat photo of the girl flipping the bird. F school, F softball, F cheer, F everything, read the caption posted by a Pennsylvania teen who was identified only as BL in court papers because she's a minor. BL's anger at the time may be understandable. She didn't make the varsity cheer squad for her sophomore year. Okay, so that sounds like it's an argument in favor of Brandy Levy. Her anger at the time is understandable. All right, let's go ahead and keep on reading. Still, okay, that word is kind of an indication that they're going to pivot and talk about Mahoney Area School District's point of view. Still, Mahoney Area School District said she violated school conduct standards and wouldn't even be allowed on the JV cheering squad. Okay, so we could just copy and paste this sentence. It's okay to copy and paste in your research notes just because you're gathering that information. Just make sure you don't copy and paste the whole article. When you get to the my opinion part, that's when you are required to put it into your own words. But if you're just gathering information, it's okay to copy and paste. The teen's parents sued in federal court and won. The school district appealed. Now the Supreme Court is reviewing the case, which tests the limits on the First Amendment and the authority of schools to police students' off-campus conduct. BL fired off the foul-mouthed Snapchat on a weekend while out shopping with a friend. She did not have on a school uniform in the photo or mention the school's name. So this kind of sounds like it could support Brandy Levy's case. She wasn't specific on the school that she was talking about. She wasn't wearing any of their uniforms or anything like that. But once Mahoney Area School District officials became aware of the post, they decided she violated school policy that requires cheerleaders to avoid foul language and inappropriate gestures. So this, we can go ahead and just add a clarifying note to one of our previous notes on the specific conduct that she had violated. Apparently, cheerleaders are not supposed to use foul language and inappropriate gestures, and she did both in that one Snapchat. The parents argued their daughter's First Amendment rights were violated. As a parent, I know that sometimes kids do foolish things, but when my daughter's on her own time and out of school, it's my role as a parent to address her behavior. In this situation, I did that and felt the school had overstepped its bounds, said Larry Levy, BL's father. We're in this case because we don't want to see schools have the power to discipline students for what they do on their own time. Leave that authority to the parents. They filed a lawsuit in 2017 and won in the lower courts, which got their daughter reinstated on the squad. BL has since graduated from high school, but the legal fight goes on. The district pointed to 5 other federal appellate courts that have considered similar student speech cases and ruled that the school may discipline off-campus speech if it has a nexus to the classroom. Teachers and administrators within the Third Circuit will henceforth be subject to money damages in civil rights suits for addressing off-campus speech that schools and other circuits routinely prescribe to avoid substantial disruptions to the school environment, said the lawyer for the school district. The technology in social media acts as a megaphone for off-campus speech, ensuring that it reverberates throughout the classroom and commands the school's attention, they said, adding that BL's social media post caused students to be visibly upset. The American Civil Liberty Union, which is representing BL, said the High Court has ruled in cases dating back decades that school officials can only punish student speech when it is substantially disruptive or threatening. The notion that a school can discipline a student for that kind of spontaneous, non-threatening, non-harassing expression is contrary to our First Amendment tradition and finds no support in this court's student speech cases. the ACLU said in its court papers. So they present two different perspectives, the lawyers and the group supporting the Mahoney School District, the lawyers and the group supporting Brandy Levy. You could go ahead and add those two perspectives in the current events. Lawyers for the school said students were visibly upset by the Snapchat, thus it was disrupting learning. And the ACLU, which was supporting Brandy Levy, said this Snapchat was non-threatening. Should probably put hyphen. Non-violent, non-disruptive. All right, starting off on the leading student speech. The leading student speech precedent comes from the landmark 1969 case Tinker versus Des Moines Independent Community School District, which arose from a group of students wearing black armbands as a political statement opposing the Vietnam War. They were suspended for breaking school rules. The Supreme Court famously ruled for the students, saying they do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. Eugene Volokh, sorry, Eugene, if I mispronounced your name, a law professor at the University of California, Los Angeles, said historically conservative and liberal justices have come down differently in various student speech lawsuits, making an outcome difficult to predict. This isn't the kind of thing where one can quickly say this is a libertarian justice or this is a more pro government justice, he said. Different justices react to them differently. The court has not yet set a date for oral arguments in the cheerleader case.